MMG, aka the Mommy Money Getter. I hope everyone is having a great evening. I have an action packed live for you guys tonight. And Riley, it's heavy. And Yuntie have joined forces. Okay, they came up with a little 1 2 1 2. Peach McIntyre has had the internet in an uproar, hasn't she? Well, so much so, Peach has been rage baiting like crazy and running it up over there on Facebook. She's getting to the bag, y'all. Let's be clear. And she's doing so by getting everybody up in arms, honey. But check this out. She's pissing off the PAHs right now. And some of the PAHs have come together, or should I say, band together, or y'all, they're threatening to sleep with her husband Wood because they're trying to put her back in her place. And plus, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, what is you doing, girl? What is you doing? Nicki Minaj, I never saw this coming. It's like so much is going on in the world right now, guys. But before we get into that, I want to welcome everybody in. Please hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. I hope everyone is enjoying the holiday festivities. Um, I'm done with all my shopping. I'm done with whatever. I didn't shop for too many people, so it wasn't hard. But I'm done with all my Christmas shopping. Yesterday, I went out and got everything for my Christmas meal. So that's that. Um, I think I just want to get a little bit more candy for my kiddos' Christmas stockings. But outside of that, oh, today I just went to the mall. I had to pick up my MAC foundation. A couple of weeks ago, I got that from the mall, but for some reason, it didn't make it to my house. So I got my money back and I just said, look, I'll just pick it up from the store and went and got that. And now I am stuffed, y'all. I just had a burger from The Habit. And when I tell y'all, it's got me feeling stuffed, but I'm going to make it through this show tonight. Who's in my chiz at? Let me see. Hey, Josh. Yes, you are first. What's good, Ann? Happy holidays to you. Thank you guys for commenting first, and thank you all for hitting that like button. But like I was saying, guys, we got a heavy show tonight, honey. We're gonna be talking about Ann Riley. It's heavy and Yuntie. We're gonna be talking about Wood and some Peach McIntyre. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna be talking about some Nicki Minaj and other hot topics. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Let me play a little video for you guys real quick. Let me go over there to Yuntie's page on Facebook. You know, Facebook, it gets cracking over there on Facebook. I know a lot of you guys think Facebook is for the old heads, but honey, don't sleep on Facebook. Let me see. Maybe it's in her. Okay, let me go to her. Because I believe somebody runs Yuntie's page over there on Facebook. I don't believe she runs it. She literally or usually goes on to TikTok. But let me play this video for you.
They laid it out for Yuntie, man. They got it laid out for Yuntie like it's a motherfucking party in this bitch. But look what she got for me, though. Look what she got for me, though. It's real motherfucking heavy. Real heavy. It's real heavy. Yeah. The half factory. You see it? You heard it. That 250. Let them know. Man, stop playing. Man, check this out. Gwen Stefani, Marilyn, God bless the dead, Marilyn Monroe. We coming for your ass today. We coming for your ass today. Lay round. Lay round. Yeah. Man, I'm
I don't know who's louder, Tia or Ann Riley, lay round. Oh my gosh, they're so ghetto and so ratchet. I love it. I love it. What do you guys think about Tia and Ann Riley joining forces? What do you guys think about that? How are you feeling about that, chat? Um, Let me go to Ann Riley's page on Facebook as well because she was dropping some little shade, if you ask me, towards you know who. Peach McIntyre. Who you calling girl? Ain't no girls over here, honey. So let me play that for you as well. And went live. I'll play that for you guys too, but let me play this first. Hold on. Hold on. Be patient.
All that dot. We gonna show you about that dot today, yeah. I'm talking about slob. It's heavy, too. It's heavy. Yeah. Man, y'all.
You hear that? All that dot. We're gonna show you what's going on. Do you guys think Ann was sending that shot to Peach? Do you guys think that? Let me know some. I'm gonna play it again for you guys.
Man, y'all I just pulled on. We're gonna turn this bitch up today. All that dot. We're gonna show you about that dot today, yeah.
All that chit chatting.
It's heavy, too. It's heavy.
Ann said all that dot, like all that talking. Listen, I don't know which wig she gave to Peach, but the wig she had for Yuntie, it did look heavy. It looked like it was thick from the rooter to the tutor. Okay, from top to bottom, it was thick. It looked like pretty good hair. You know what I'm saying? I guess she was saying she didn't want to give Peach her good stuff because Peach wasn't going to keep it on but 5 minutes. Peach doesn't really take care of her hair. She doesn't wear a bonnet or anything. So why would you want to give your good hair to somebody who's not going to be a good representation of your brand anyway? I feel like Yuntie is showing up for these stylists and for these brands. She's playing nice. She's playing nice, for one. And then she's also very humble. And she's easy on the eyes. I'm not going to hold you. Yuntie is a cutie pie. She's almost 50 years old, but let me tell you, a lot of you young girls can't hold a candle to Yuntie. So let's just start there. So I think Yuntie is charging what? $2,222.22 to come and help you promote your brand. Not only is she charging that, she has a manager helping her out. So he's handling everything on the back end. Yuntie is showing up. Okay, she's showing up prepared, ready. And she's doing content and she's making like 2 posts. From what I see, she posts 2. She tags them and everything, and she posts like 2 different pieces of content on her IG and on her TikTok. Let me go back to her Facebook and see if Yuntie has been posting stuff on her Facebook. Yuntie Tia. Let's see. Let's go to her reels. All right. Yeah, she's been posting on her reels. Her reels on Facebook have been doing pretty well. They're in the 100,000s. Her last 2 reels got 129, 140K. One got 324K. So yeah, she's doing pretty good with the promo. One reel got 406K. So yeah, she's doing her thing. One reel got 708K. And the girlies are loving it. You know what I mean? They're loving every minute of it. So you can't hate that, right? Yeah, I love that for Yuntie. She's making her cute little coin, and it's enough to go around for everybody. Facebook paid out what, $2 billion this year in for content creators. They paid out $2 billion. I would never tell anyone not to be a content creator. If you need a few extra dollars, if you need a little coin, join Facebook, join TikTok, join them all. Get your content out there. As you can see, even Ann Riley, we didn't know her before Peach. She put out a $123. She got the best deal out of Peach. Peach wanted to show all the other hairstylists what she could do for them, so she really showed out for Ann Riley and Lavish Lavy. And plus, Ann Riley already had a personality. Peach, where she messed up is she thought she had a fool. And she tried to fool a fooler with Ann. And Ann said, I gave you some wigs. You're not getting ready to. She thought she was going to milk Ann up out of all her wigs. Ann said, no, no way, absolutely not. And she was right to do that. Like, she gave her 15 wigs. Take those wigs, do whatever you're going to do with them. And when Peach got mad and started trashing Ann, Ann kept quiet. The more Peach trashed her, the more Ann got out there. Slob Bob this. Heavy, heavy, heavy this, heavy that. Every day, all day long, from sunup to sundown, all you seen was Ann Riley posting her brand. And that's how you do it. I mean, there's no such thing as bad publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Okay? If somebody is talking bad about you, you don't have to join that party. You don't have to get out there and start slinging mud. You make it work to the best of your ability. And that's what she did. And Yuntie said, you know what? Where is Ann Riley at? She liked that heavy, heavy. She liked how Ann Riley was representing her brand. Suppose Ann Riley started getting crunk with Peach and started throwing mud at Peach. Yuntie might have said, oh, she's messy. I don't want to work with her. I'm not about to work with her. Y'all, listen. Listen, what do they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Not only has Yuntie collabed with Ann Riley, guess what? Guess what, y'all? Girl, guys, um, Peach's half sister, Brittany Monique, has also she's also hooked up with another stylist that had Peach do her hair. Her name is Destiny. Let's go to Brittany's page so you can hear it. Hey, Mama 3, thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? I hope all is well with everybody. I haven't really been on YouTube. I've been posting the occasional short on here, but I haven't really been on here going live or anything like that. So I miss everybody. I have been browsing through to check to see if anybody's live, but I haven't been catching any live, so I'm not really liking that. So let's see. Okay. All right, let's hear this part from Brittany Monique, who is Peach's half sister. This is a live she did, I think it was yesterday. Okay. Let me see if I can get it without her playing the music. Okay, so Destiny was one of the first girls, I believe, from Tampa to do Peach's hair. She's a cute girl. She's a young girl. Remember when Peach had that bob with the pink underneath it? She had the black and the pink underneath it. I remembered her from doing that, and she did a similar style, but it was black and blonde. And it's about her business. She's trying to make money. Right. She doesn't have time for, right. And she doesn't have time for Peach's games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But girl say, love that for you. But girl say, I'm going to. Look, somebody say, followed you from TikTok. Love that. What's up, Facebook? Yeah, Destiny bet on herself 2 times. We gonna say the best for last. We gonna see if she gonna get Yuntie too, goddamn. We might need to see if we can get her somebody that ever get the Yuntie too.
Please help me.
Yeah.
Donate to the cause.
Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, so Destiny came all the way from St. Petersburg, Florida today to participate in a $444.44 promo. And she is doing the stylist hair. Now, y'all know.
Now, Peach's sister, Brittany Monique, she is charging $444.44. So she's an economically priced, okay, promo. So if any of you stylists are listening and you're thinking, I don't have $2,222.22, or I don't have $1,111.11, then perhaps you have $444.44 to pay to Peaches' sister Brittany Monique. She has quite a following as well on Facebook and on TikTok, and she doesn't have any qualms about stepping on Peach's toes, honey. For real, for real. You guys did a panel yesterday. I'm sorry I missed it. I'll have to go back and check out the replay, Mom of 3. I'll do that probably sometime tonight. I'm up all night. In the middle of the night, I was up from like 12:45 to like 4:45 a.m. That's when I need to be getting my replays in. At least letting them play on one of my phones, right? Let me let you guys finish listening to this live. I don't think it's too much. It's not that long.
Now, y'all know Mo usually do it. When they say Mo did it, well, Mo just gonna sit here and get cute today, baby.
You showed yourself.
Great job.
See, I'm mad I missed that.
You gonna watch me great. You love the hair already.
I'm gonna check it out in 3.
Put some purple hearts in the comments, please, and thank you. Now I'm copying Peach. You sound about fucking dumb. You sound about dumb. But yeah, I'm copying Peach. What'd you say? Get that money.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For all of those who keep saying everyone is copying Peach, Peach did it first. Listen, it's not about who did it first. It's about who's doing it the best. Okay? McDonald's started the whole fast food thing. But is McDonald's the first? Is McDonald's the best fast food restaurant out there? Many would say no. But McDonald's is pretty popular. And I would think, I would even say that McDonald's is probably the number 1 fast food restaurant in America. I would just say maybe not. Maybe it's Chick-fil-A. Maybe it's someone else. Let me know. I haven't looked up the numbers to see. Hey, Lisa J. Stocks, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. But it doesn't matter who did what first. Listen, imagine Lisa J. Stocks coming on here and saying, I was doing stocks first. First of all, run up your bag, Lisa, all day long. Run it up. But there's going to be some competition out there. Somebody else is going to see what she's doing. Perhaps they're working in the same field. Perhaps they have some knowledge as well. And they probably get inspired, or probably a light bulb goes off in their head and they get the idea to do it on their own. I think that's child's play. To say, I did it first. I did it first. It's mine. Do you at all times. And yes, we don't want to step on each other's toes and steal business from one another. And I'm going to just be real. with you guys. Oh, Lisa J said, "Oh, Lisa, you wouldn't know, honey, because Lisa, she guys follow Lisa if you are interested in saving for your future and if you are interested in investing in stocks. I follow her. I think she's excellent at what she does. She has a great presentation every last slide. She's very educated, very smart, very intelligent about what she does. So even if you don't know where to start, go over to her page so you can start learning. Trust me, I'm almost 50 years old. I retired from my first career and I'm working towards a second career as a publishing consultant and author. So by the time I am of retirement age, such as in my 60s, I want to have a nice, cushy little nest egg. So I am still investing and I am starting IRAs and things like that. So that and then I have my Social Security to look forward to. So whatever I work for now, it's still going to be used for the future. So I say all that to say, check out Lisa J Stocks and follow her ASAP so you can start learning if you're not already putting something away for your future because we won't be young forever. But just imagine if I'm not going into stocks. That's not my bag, honey. That's not my bag at all. If anything, I'll get on here and run my mouth and gossip. Gossiping and stuff like that is my bag, but I try to run away from my true calling. But just imagine if someone comes on here and says, well, I was already doing this. Everybody has their own way. And not everybody is going to like me. Not everyone is going to like as business savvy as I think Lisa J Stocks is. Somebody else may not think that. So we all have our lane. And we got to be okay with that. And not only that, this is a black woman. Peach is a black woman. She's constantly talking about how black women tear other black women down. But isn't that what she's doing? And I get, and I'm going to give her things. I get where Peach may have felt slighted by Yuntie because Yuntie said, well, y'all doing Peach hair for $1,000. Well, come do mine for $2,000. But perhaps I think Yuntie was already doing promos, but I guess she said, if y'all paying her that much, then y'all not about to just do my hair for free no more. I don't think she was charging people. I think she was just letting them do her hair and giving them promo like that because a lot of people do that too. Or perhaps she was charging, but she wasn't charging that much. But I do get where Pete says she used her name. And she did. Even the $2,222.22. She did do that. But how Peach went about coming at her, calling her a stupid bitch. She's a stupid B if she's charging this for that. And if she's doing that, that was uncalled for. But then Yuntie came back with, if you don't like the way you planted somebody here and you don't like their attitude, come over here to Death Row. Come to Death Row. So I believe that was shade. And I was stepping on Peach's toes. But, a lot of people don't like Peach. And I can't think of a reason why anyone would like her because she's so nasty. Just so rude and so evil. And she rests in that bag. Don't for one minute think that Peach doesn't like resting in that bag of being social media's most hated and most loved influencer. She rests in that bag. She loves to be looked at as the villain. She says it all the time, so don't think that she doesn't like that. Your channel today made me think that I was talking about the stock market. No, actually, I get to the bag too, Stocks. I get to the content bag. And I teach content creators how they can make money even with a small audience with affiliate marketing and things of that nature. So I do get to the bag. I make upwards of five figures a month as a content creator. I'm monetized on Instagram, Facebook. I make and YouTube as well. But my YouTube is a little iffy. We'll see what's going to happen with that. But I also have monetization through Walmart and Amazon. But Facebook is where I make the most of my money at. Facebook, I've also promoted other authors and showed other authors how to write books. So that's what I do over there. And really what I was doing over here is really just lifestyle content, really. And I changed my name a couple of times. It was Mama Five, Mama the Barbs. It wasn't Mama Five, it was Mama the Barbs. But that was a few years ago. And as my children got older, they don't really like being on social media as much. And I kind of don't really like showing a lot of my life anymore on social media, not like I was with my kids and all of that. I will sometimes, but I mostly do a lot of shopping content. And the reason why is because shopping content gets me affiliate marketing, gives me the ability to promote my affiliate marketing links. So, you know, and, you know, others have been able to benefit from that as well. I give that up for free, you know. If you want to learn about affiliate marketing and things like that, you can check out my content creator playlist, because I know a lot of people come to YouTube and say, well, I want to hurry up and get monetized by YouTube. But you can have 100 followers. And if one of your shorts does well, then you can make a cute little bag from that. Especially if you go to Walmart and you shop and you show a product, you show something that goes viral. Guess what? You were able to use YouTube's platform to do that. So that's why I'm the the mommy money getter. I don't come over here to YouTube or any platform with the ideal that I'm coming to have fun. If I'm on here, it's because I'm putting out content, because I'm promoting something else. It's going to benefit me in some way. And I recommend that anybody that's on social media a lot, if you are a creator, that you use social media in a way for what it's for. Google understands that. Facebook understands that. TikTok understands that. Okay, it took these social media platforms a while to get there, but TikTok has it all together. They have, and I'm sorry, I'm deviating from the topic, but I hope this information is helping someone. TikTok understands that they have people scrolling back and forth, and they have TikTok Shop right there in your feed. I didn't buy a lot of things from TikTok Shop for a while, but maybe that was because I wasn't really on TikTok as much. But this last 30 days, I've ordered 3 times from TikTok Shop, and I have some other things I want to order. They're just waiting in my cart. But yeah, Facebook started realizing, wait a minute, we have billions of people on our platform. Google understood it a long time ago. And Google kind of had that on lock, but Facebook said, wait a minute, we're not doing this right. And then when they went, public on the stock exchange, and they had to start monetizing their platform. And that's why they pay content creators, because they want us to keep people on the platforms. YouTube needs us. We don't need YouTube. Facebook needs us. They need your eyes. TikTok needs you to put out the content so people will keep coming back. And that's why they pay you. So since you're on there anyway, promote yourself, especially if you have a nice following. So, but back to the subject at hand, guys. So, Tia's hair came out pretty good. I thought they did a really good job on her hair and makeup. She had a nice little blonde bob. I love Marilyn Monroe. Red lips. I love blonde hair and red lips. You guys know I tried blonde braids for the first time, like platinum blonde braids for the first time. And I thought G-Ma Money Getter, I thought she was going to be the last person that would say she liked it. And you know, she said, I think that's your color. I think that's on because come on now, chocolate girls, until recently we never really wore blonde. We would stick to black, maybe a little red, but blonde. But in recent years, I see more and more chocolate girls, dark chocolate girls even wearing blonde. So, but yes, Tia, she worked it. Tia has a model body and she has good bone structure. So she can wear the short hairstyles. She can rock the long hair. You know, it took some getting used to seeing her with the long hair because you're so used to seeing her with the pixie. But Tia can rock the short haircuts as well. And then she has those long legs. So she looked really cute in the blonde hair. So I think their collab worked out really well. Let me go and check out their numbers to see if, and she didn't say anything about being paid. And she doesn't really say a lot about being paid. So I don't know if this was just a promotional thing or if it was money exchanged. But one of their videos on Ann Riley's page, it has on her Facebook page, it has 788K views. Another video has 105K views on Ann Riley's page, the content that she did with Tia. And let me see. If I go to Yuntie's page, she has, okay, she has one post up. No, she just went live. She just went live, I think, on TikTok. And because, like I said, that's where Yuntie does most of her promo at. She does it on TikTok. One video has like 27K views. Another one has 1,966K views. Okay, that's music. I'm going to turn that off. It's a lot of cursing. So we're going to turn that one off. But, so I don't know if everybody had to pay her to do the makeup, to pay her to do the wig, pay her to promote the wig, because she has like 2 different people tagged on her. So I don't know. I don't know how things went. But like I said, you can go to Yuntie Tia Back. That's her TikTok page, and you can check her out over there to see how Yuntie's hair came out. Now, moving on from that. So Peach, you know, she's, like I said, been rage baiting like she always does. And, you know, she always attacks the long hanging fruit, which is black women and single black moms. That's what she's been doing. Or the PAHs, as she calls them. But whatever. So she's been doing that a lot. And this is how I feel. What you throw out there as a content creator, that's what you're going to get back as a content creator. If you post something, be willing to stand on that. Because if somebody follows you for that reason, then they're going to want to see more of that. If somebody comes to your page and sees something and they don't like it, they may unfollow you, or you may have established yourself a hater. Listen, can I be real for a minute? I don't know how Peach McIntyre does it. There's not enough money in the world for me to come to social media on a daily basis and argue with everybody. Listen, starting in August, she started with, was it August or September? She started with Kaylee G. I believe it was the summer. She started with Kaylee G. Then she moved on to her siblings. Then she moved on to Wood and Wood's baby mama. Then for a while, she was doing okay with the promo, right? She was doing okay for about a couple of weeks, and I was like, wait a minute, maybe she's turning over a new leaf. But again, Peach is heavy into her villain bag. And Peach knows one thing is for certain. Her fans love her in that villain bag. And if she doesn't cater to them, because like I just told you, if someone follows you for a particular reason, they're going to expect to see more of that. Her fans love the rage baiting. They love the trauma bonding. They love all of that stuff. They love to hear her curse her mother out, curse her family out, threaten to put wood out every other day, attack other content creators. That's why they're following her. They cheer her on when she does it. So don't think for one second that the fans that Peach has will ever turn on her for that type of behavior, because that's the reason why they follow her. They follow her because she says the things they want to say to their mother and can't or won't or haven't. She's going through the trauma for them on live, on the internet, because those are the things they want the courage to do. They want to get on the internet and go off on their family who may have pissed them off or whatever, for whatever reason. They want to do what Peach is doing. And not only that, they don't so much respect her, but they feel like, oh, she's making a big bag, even though she even though she doesn't have any proof that she's earning this amount of money. They feel like she does. Okay, even though she probably doesn't have anything more tangible than they do. She doesn't have any own property, any own stocks. She doesn't dress well. Her kids don't dress well. A lot of the time she shows up to the internet unkempt. Her children show up to the internet unkempt. So she's not really showing this lavish lifestyle that you would expect for a big bag, big bank content creator to have, right? If somebody shows up to social media and said, I'm making a big bag, a big bank, I want to see that. I want to see that in the car you own. I want to see that in the house you own. You know, if you have that type of money, I want to see it. And not only that, I don't want you to tell me. You don't even have to show it, because big money is not, hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this word right. Big money doesn't really brag, right? You just can tell. You can tell when somebody has money, right? It's not ostentatious, right? It's not vulgar or pretentious. You know someone has some money because of where they shop, of how they dress, the things they're willing to do. Somebody with money isn't willing to really walk outside with a bonnet on, with their hair sticking up all over their hair. That's just not what money does. Someone with money, they're at the nail salon doing weekly trips for pedicures and manicures. We will see that type of content. We will see content where we're shopping at luxury brands and things of that nature. The content creators that I see, and I don't know where they're getting the money from, that I feel like, oh, they're paid. You see them in Jamaica. You see them in France. You see them going on a trip somewhere every other month. They're taking the kids to SeaWorld. They're taking the kids to Disney World, and it's not just them doing it. They got the kids tagging along with them. They got the Burberry on from head to toe. They got the kids in Gucci from head to toe. They're going to the schoolhouse, with all this designer on. And not everybody wants to be designer down. But again, usually people with Peach's background, they do. And Peach, I think she does have a few pieces. I think she has a Burberry bag or something like that. Wood, he stays with, you see what I mean? Like Wood, he stays with something like that. But I believe that They only vacation in Orlando, and Peach rents a Sprinter when they go. I think they only have Wood's truck and McKay's his little mom car right now. They don't really have a car for each of them to use. Also, all of those kids would be in daycare if they had it like that. If Peach says she's a millionaire this year, and they may be back in daycare, I have a feeling that those kids are back in daycare. I don't think Wood is at home all day long with those kids like that. I just don't see him doing that. Not at this juncture. That would be too long. Anybody would be worn out. And I think that they're all in daycare during the week, or some of them at least. But again, we don't see the money being we're not really seeing the money like that. So, and the evictions and blaming it on gambling addictions and all of that, that just leads us more to believe that the money that we said was there is not really there. And even as a content creator, if I'm a millionaire content creator, I'm not willing to go to a motel room and have all these different people doing my hair. Let's think about that. Let's think about the big content creators that we know of, the Jada Waiters, Mr. Beast. Could you imagine Kai Sanat? Kai Sanat streams right from his house, and he gets called upon to do different things, but he's not going to go to a barber's every week to go do promo for $1,000. He's not going to go to a loctician and get his locks done. I know he doesn't have locks anymore, but just saying, right? He's not doing all of that. A paid creator isn't doing any and everything for a bag. They're not. They're not. So there's that. There's that. I do believe that she makes a good coin, especially when she gets a lot of people, and when she starts running up those views and stuff like that. I believe she makes a lot of money, but like, it's really low hanging fruit to do promo, especially at the level that she's doing it at. If I had millions of followers across platforms, if I had all those eyes watching me, you would have to come pay me big money. Like, she's charging each person $1,000. Charge one person $10,000 and have them on your platform all day. That's putting your hair through a lot. That's putting your body, your mind. Right now, she says she's starting to break out from the makeup. That's probably because she's not removing the makeup correctly and properly cleaning her face. But here's the thing. Why have all those people doing your hair? Like, why are you having 10 people come do your hair in one day? If you are who you say you are and you really believe yourself, have one person pay you $10,000 a day to promote their wig brand, to promote their tax business or whatever. Charge $10,000 a day. Promote one person per day. That's how you make your bag. Or $5,000 per day. Have them show up, you do some content with them or whatever. And I just don't see how those people feel like they're getting anything out of it. Peach is the only one winning. They're not. And if you're listening, if you're thinking about paying someone to promote your brand on their platform, at least, at the very least, negotiate. Peach is telling them, okay, I'm only going to give you one tag. This is what I'm going to give you. Okay? Now, other creators are saying, this is what I have available. This is what it is. You can get X, Y, Z. And people could either take it or leave it, because this is what they're saying that they offer in their promo packages. But Peach is having them sign a contract. So if you have me signing a contract, I need to look it over and make sure I agree with it. Like, why aren't you guys at least saying, okay, that's fine. We can do one tag, but I need my video to be up this amount of hours with that one tag. Why isn't it, well, since I'm only getting the one tag, then I only want you to show one video. I don't want you doing content all day long with my brand and not without showing my tag. Because now this is free content for you. Now I just came over here, made us some dance steps, and did some content with you. Now I'm collabing with you for your channel. So I don't know. I get the feeling that some of these people just want to hang around Peach and just want to be in her presence. And that's their choice. That's their prerogative. That's their money. I can't be mad at how someone else chooses to spend their money. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's their prerogative to do what they want to do. Welcome back in. But just as there are lots of people, I think somebody made a cake for her twins. Their birthday is the 24th. Their birthday would be on the 24th, right? So, but they dropped the cake off either yesterday or today. And they dropped it off at a local mall. They dropped it off at a local mall. And I believe Peach said that 10 people are making cakes for her kids. So not only did they pay her $1,111.11 to bake the twins a cake, they also bought all the stuff to make the cake. And those cakes, and to decorate them, that's no small feat. That took time to do. So they are taking time to create these confections, to drive them to her and all of that. And then you have to put them in special boxes and all of that. So they're putting in a lot of effort for these promos. And is Peach going to give those cakes to her kids? Like, I wouldn't. I wouldn't give those cakes to my kids. Because she has, like I said, you put out negativity, negativity is going to come back. And we're going to get into all of that in just a few more minutes. Yeah, she's promoting the cake business. She tagged them and showed a video of them paying her like she likes to do, because really, when they pay her and she puts it on film and puts it on her platform, what she's doing is showing, look, I have a viable business. People are actually paying me. People are actually paying me this money. So she's enticing other people to want to join in on that. Don't feel stupid. Don't feel dumb. Look at so-and-so paying me. And she actually says that, look, don't let somebody trick you out of your shoes. This is a good investment. I do excellent business. Even though a lot of stylists, a lot of wig sellers, and different people have come out and said that she hasn't done excellent business with them. So, right, she has a lot of people. I don't know about enemies, because ain't nobody dug off in that keister yet. Ain't nobody dug off. I guess they probably feel like, you know what, it's not even worth it. She's not even worth it to get out here and risk my life or risk my future for. She's not worth it. And Ann Riley, she was very smart to just continue to promote her business, and it worked out in her favor. But yes, a lot of people don't like her, and so if I was her, I would not be showing that cake off on camera. Or showing my kids eating that cake on camera. But who would really risk their business and their reputation to feed her kids a cake that they did something to? I don't see that happening. Like, who would do that? Like, if you're a business owner or whatever, like, why would you make a cake to do something to Peach and her kids with that? That doesn't seem likely. These people want promo for their business. I'm sure they put in their best effort, right? So yeah. But a lot of people don't like her, and let's get into why they don't like her. Some of the things that she has said this week, or just yesterday, she said it. And a lot of people are assuming that she's going to get back at Ann Riley. Let's see what she's talking about. Let me see.
Bad. This video clip got y'all in y'all feelings. Oh my God, you got their name on there twice.
Yeah. I want to put wisdom and logic, and then logic and wisdom, so they both have an opportunity to go first.
I love that. They were born at the exact same time too. One is not older than the other, so that's amazing.
See the baby's hands together. Mama. Go big one.
Yes, one. I mean, mommy.
They be holding on each other.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's crazy. Twins were born like that, holding on to each other at the exact same time. They're not a minute apart, 30 seconds apart. My twins are born at the exact same time. And no, I didn't push them out my big old fat cootie cat. They were actually cut out of my stomach. I had a cesarean. It was my actual second C-section ever in life, and it didn't hurt. I recovered super fast. It's been a year. Me and this Bella's still hanging out, hanging and banging, and we good. Super fast.
So that was a cake.
Me and this Bella's still hanging out.
That she had, that they made. It's a Winnie the Pooh cake. It's very cute. So she says she's $13,000 in credit card debt, and she doesn't want to pay them back. Why don't you want to pay them back? You got it. You said you're a millionaire. And if you owe that much, that lets us know that she wasn't making a lot of money like she has been saying she has, because why would you be using your credit cards and carrying a balance that high? That's a high balance for someone who is a millionaire content creator. See, it's all in the details. Yeah, she showed the cakes on her Facebook page, Peach McIntyre. She has 2 pages over there. Yeah, the person who did the cake is Tanisha Hargrove, owner of Cake It or Leave It. Let me stop promoting her. She didn't give me money to do that. She gave it to Peach. But she did give her several videos. But the first video, can you believe she paid Peach McIntyre $1,111.11 to bake her twin babies? That seems to be the whole thing. Promoting my promo business. It's not even about the people that you're promoting. And that's how it should be. If you're an excellent business, if you do excellent business, then your promotion should be about the people you're promoting. Give people what they paid for. Give a quality service. That's how I feel about it. Oh, you don't go on her page? I don't blame you. You don't have to, because I do it for you. She says Peach McIntyre got the best comment section on the internet. Somebody went to Peach's page and said, yeah, I'm definitely blank and wood. Now this 304 is going to learn. Like, girl, why are you bashing single moms? So Peach was upset about that. Listen, Peach wears her heart on her sleeve when it comes to wood. And I feel bad for her for that, because everybody knows. Everybody on social media, because she said, I love wood. I love wood. I would do anything for wood, and I'm not leaving wood. I don't care. I'm not leaving him. We got 9 kids together. Well, if you got to pay him, because she said she's giving wood $100K. So you've been doing all that slaving to give $100K to him? And you don't own your own car, and you don't own a house for you and your children, and you want to give a man $100K because he's been doing what he's supposed to do as a father and helping you out while you make money? You can pay a babysitter. You can pay a nanny. And would it still be around for you to boink boink on the side? But he doesn't really need to be there. I don't get that. Other than the optics of how it looks. I have 9 kids by the same man. Look, my baby daddy is with me. A lot of you girls, a lot of you young girls, that's very important to you. I'm still with my kids' father. My kids have their mom and dad in the home, and the whole time it's chaos, dysfunction, and toxicity. Your kids hate both of you and wish you would just break up already so that they could have a decent life. I'm going to tell you like this, and I say this all the time. Kids want a home that is stable, where they are free to grow and be themselves without constant restraints and dysfunction and arguing. Daddy's not cheating on mommy. Mommy's not upset because daddy isn't helping with bills, or mommy's working hard and daddy's not, or daddy's working hard, but he's gone all the time. And he's never showing up for the kiddos. Or mom and dad are both at work all day long and leaving them at grandma's or leaving them at daycares. Kids don't like all that stuff. Kids like knowing mommy and daddy are going to show up to my game. They like knowing when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to see my mom and dad. That's stability. That's security for your children. Okay? That's what kids like to see. All right? They like when they get out of school, mom and dad is right there in the line, driving through the parking lot to pick them up. My kids love knowing that I'm right there to pick them up. They love knowing that every last event that they have, I'm going to have my big fat self up there cheering them on. Every last single time. Never going to not be there for my kids. For years, I had to work. Sometimes I worked on the weekends. Sometimes my kids had to stay with family. And their demeanor was a lot different back then. That was years ago. Years ago. And I'm glad that I'm now a stay-at-home mom and I could be there for my kids. I love that for them, and I love that for me. You know, I know some of you you have to work, and you have no choice. You have to take your kids to daycare and things like that, and you have to do what you have to do. You can't not. You can't allow your kids to starve, and you got to pay bills. Like I said, I was there before as well, but I'm glad that God has blessed me to where I don't have to do that anymore. And my older 2 kids, they were babysat kids. And it's a difference between my older 2 kids and my 3 younger ones. So I do agree with Peach's notion that the kids should be home with dad. But that's a lot of kids. McKay is grown and he's going to be off to college, so Peach says. But those other 8, that's a lot of kids. And that's a lot of young kids. Those kids ain't like 10, 12 years old. Those kids are 2, 3. What are the twins? They just made 1. Phenomena is 2. Uh, what's the other kid's name? I think the next one up is like 4. Then she has a 6-year-old. Oh God, I get the willies just thinking about it. All them little crumb snatchers. Mama, daddy, he hit me. Oh, she hit me. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm scared. Go to bed. And they still up running around. You got all these diapers to change, all these mouths to feed. And what about your peace of mind? Like, Peach wants the world to believe that she just loves being the mom to all those crumb snatchers. Okay, they're yours. You should love them and you should love being their mom, but ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell you love having your nerves be on edge like that all day. Like you're trying to do your lives, and here come Troy's. Not only does she have 9 children, she has a boatload of special needs children. So that makes it even harder on her. And she says, like I said, Peach says a lot of things, and the peach patch goes for it, right? Yes, I don't think she has stair steppers. I think the because stair steppers are like this: one, two, three, four, five. Um, they're like about 18 months to 2 years apart. But stair steps are like one, two, three, four, five. And I think her kids are like 2 years apart. So now that the twins are one, phenomenal will be like three in like 4 or 5 months. So they still like they're like 1 and 2 now. But the next one is 4. So and then Amazing is 6. Gorgeous is 8. And I believe McIntyre is 10. And then Choice, he'll be 14 soon, and McKay is 18. That's a damn shame. I know all them babies' ages like they're mine, honey. Like I'm claiming them on my tax return. Please. But listen, she says it enough, though. She says it all the time. Such and such is this age, such and such, blah, 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 blah. She says it all the time. But she says she's available Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. to get her hair done. You're a millionaire content creator. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm going to be gone from my babies that I love. Okay. And even I worked and I came home, honey. I might stop by the grocery store. I would take vacations and things like that. But no, I wasn't leaving my kids if I didn't have to because I hated that I had to leave my kids anyway with anybody. And my kids, I had once I started my career, I had my first two, and then they were already school age. They were already way older. And then I had my last three after I started my career, which was crazy anyway. But my last three babies, I didn't like leaving them with anybody. I hated that, you know. And I love being home with them. They get on my nerves all day long. They're teenagers now. But baby, they still get on my nerves. I'd be like, please stop talking to me. So I say that to say, as a mom, I know she has to be overwhelmed with all those kids. But like Auntie Yuntie said, why would you do that to yourself? It doesn't matter if you love kids or not, or if you love being a mom or not. You're only but one person. You're only one person. These aren't the days where we have farms and we have businesses and our kids are, you know, there to help us on the farm and things like that, right? Kids are no longer an asset. You know, they are a liability these days. We got to pay for it. Back then, they probably didn't even have health insurance. Okay, they probably just doctored their kids up as best as they could, but you need health insurance. And then in Peach's situation, her kids have disabilities, so she needs medical insurance. I don't know that she has medical insurance for all of those kids. For herself, her 10 kids, I don't know. I don't know if she has insurance for her family of 11. I do not know. I hope she does because God forbid anybody gets sick and she doesn't have that. She said she had $1 million hospital bill from Phenomena. And he was just in the hospital 30 days. And I believe those other two, they were in the hospital for quite some time. So if his hospital bill was 1 million, just imagine what theirs was together for the twins. And you know she couldn't pay that. You know she cannot pay that, but she'll have us believe, that that's not hanging over her head. No, her body nor her mind had enough time to heal. I think a lot of what Peach is going through is postpartum. And she doesn't even know that. She says, well, I was fine after I had them. My body bounced right back. Ain't no way your body bounced right back. You was at Disney World days after giving birth. Days after giving birth via cesarean. Ain't no way. Somebody said they seen her and she could barely walk. They said she could barely walk. But that's the type of thing that she wants to promote to her followers and that they believe in. But like I said, A lot of girls watch her and they're disgusted by that behavior. A lot of girls don't like seeing Peach in that bag. And they're threatening to sleep with her man because of it. And I don't I don't want to in any way make anybody feel that I'm okay with somebody saying that. Like, girls, come on now. I know you're just rage baiting Peach the way Peach likes to rage bait the internet, but I really hope, because somebody actually said, how do we get in contact with him? And somebody said, well, he's always at the Hard Rock on Fridays. And then somebody responded, well, I have family down there. I'm going to see if they know something because I'm going to hook up with Wood. And Peach said, well, he ain't going to buy your kids a pair of $5 shoes. And somebody said, well, he doesn't buy your kids that either. And neither person was in line. I don't think Wood said he wastes all he takes all his money to the casino. Now, Peach says she don't care what he does with the money. But Peach, why would you allow Wood to take 100K of your hard-earned money away from you and your kids to go gamble at the casino? That don't make no kind of sense. You could take that same 100K and put on a house. If you could. I don't think she can. I think she's in debt to the hospitals. I think she would have to get rid of those hospital debts. She would have to clear all those millions of dollars that she owes for those children being born. Then she probably owes the state of Florida for, making money there. She probably owes, or do they even pay state taxes? I'm sure she owes federal taxes. Federal taxes on self-employed income is 15%. So let's just be, what's the word I want to use? Where's my calculator? There you go. Let's say she does make $20,000 a month, like she says she does. Okay, that would put her in a higher tax bracket. So let's just say she makes 240,000. The way self-employment or 1099 income is, you have to pay 15%. There is no deductions for that. It is what it is. You have to pay 15%. So with her earning that amount, I'm sure she has all those deductions and things like that. Maybe she deducts a lot of her income, but let's say she's able to deduct 120,000, half of it, due to her dependents, due to her business expenses and things like that. Let's say she's able to do that. She still has a good $18,000 a year in taxes. And with somebody who lives paycheck to paycheck, I have to wonder, is she paying her taxes? We won't know until garnishments and things like that start happening, and then she gets on the internet and starts crying. But yeah, like Peach, you shouldn't let everybody know how easily they can get to you by even the mere mention of Wood. Peach stopped talking to her mom and refuses to talk to her mom ever since her mother came on the internet and let everybody know that Wood beat her with the vacuum cleaner. Peach got mad as HELL when it came out that Wood had that baby at 12. Oh, she was on a rampage. If you want to get Peach, if you want to get under her skin real, real bad, talk about Wood. For real, for real. Talk about Wood, and that's when you would really get her. But she's mad. I don't know if she's doing it for rage bait. I don't know if she's doing it for content. She said, this is the exact reason why y'all BSM, black single mothers, in the first place. She said, no, this is the exact reason why y'all be black single mothers in the first place. Meanwhile, Wood ain't gonna buy your kids a $4.97 toy, $4.97 toy. Sloth. And she has a lot of responses. Peach, I can't keep taking up for you. And somebody called her a trout mouth. BI, you know what? You got a lot of nerve coming on here bashing single moms. Karma is a nasty woman. Somebody else says broke means you don't have anything, not even 1 cent. So if they have $5 to purchase that toy, because Peach said she posted, here's a great Christmas gift for you broke moms with sons. Okay, so she says Peach McIntyre actually bought this for her youngest sons as a just because it's less than $5 gift and they love it. Okay, so big bag with the big bank. Why are you buying your kids $4.97 toys? Why are you buying it for your little kids? If it's a toy for broke moms. So you're saying you're broke too. Why are you buying your kids the stuff that broke moms should buy their kids? From Walmart at that. I just want to know. And that's why I say it doesn't matter how much money she has. It doesn't matter how much junk she comes online and talks. You're no different. You're no different than the single moms you put down. So single moms, don't get offended by what she says. And even if you go to her page and you read what's on her page, don't get so irate that you start commenting and hitting dislike buttons or anything like that. If anything, if she really offends you, report her. Report those vile, evil posts. Report them. Why make her more money by commenting and sharing and adding commentary to it? What you're doing is you're reinforcing that negative behavior and you are showing her that what she's doing is well liked and that that's what you want more of. By commenting and all of that, by getting angry with, instead of her feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, what she's doing is saying, oh, this went over well. I got a lot of comments. She don't care that they're negative or that they're positive. I got a lot of comments. I got a lot of reactions. That's a lot of money for me. Report. If anything, report and don't comment on those type of posts, because why would you want to reinforce negative behavior that offends you? Okay. Somebody took a picture of Wood and put Wood's a big spender, and they put they made it to where Wood is sitting in a chair with money all around him and they're sitting on his lap. It's all funny. It's all funny, fun and games. It's content creation. And that's what a lot of people have to realize. As a content creator, hate her or love her, Peach is doing her job. Like I said, she relishes in that villain mode, and her fans love her doing that. If you are not a fan of Peach, do not go to her page. If you are not a fan of Peach, she relishes in offending others. She loves doing it. It helps to get out all that negative emotion that she has, that others have placed upon her by teasing her as a kid, by making her feel like she was less than. She said her mother called her stupid and dumb. Her family called her fat and dirty and lazy and told her Wood didn't love her. So all those things perpetuated what you see today. That didn't just come about. Although she says she doesn't care, she loves who she is, all of those things made Peach the negative person that she is today. She didn't take the fact that she was blessed to be able to support her family and blessed to be able to move from the project. She didn't take any of that as a sign that she was moving ahead and moving forward. She took it as a sign that now she could step on the people that she feel like made her feel less than. Now she can finally show them by moving out of Tampa. Now she finally has Wood. Wood always came and went. He always came and went. He was there, then he wasn't there. He always cheated. Always cheated on her, beat on her. She talks about how she was pregnant with Gorgeous and had a black eye when she delivered Gorgeous. She talks about how Wood rode past her at the bus stop in the car she bought him. She talks about how he walked away from her in McKay, how she had to get what is a DNA test for McKay and for Choice early on. So of there's a lot that Peach is dealing with. Because even though Wood is there, just imagine, just imagine you're with this man and you're buying him all of this, giving him all this money, and he still tells your hairdresser, I want you. Right? So that does something to your mind when you really love somebody or when you're really fighting to be with someone and really trying to make it work with someone, and they're constantly feeding you images or feeding you messages rather that you are not enough and that you will never be enough. And so at the beginning of the day, no matter what Peach says on here, she knows Wood is only with her because she has a big bag, a big bank. Just imagine all that mess she talks, all that putting single mothers down, all that Wood, my baby daddy is here. I got all my kids by one man. Because in her mind, yes, I have 9 kids, but I have a husband. Yes, I have 9 kids, but all my kids are by the same man. I'm not a multiple baby daddy having woman. So if he did decide to walk away and leave her a single mother, she would have a lot of crow to eat. So I really do believe she's going to give him that 100K because she needs him there, not just to help babysit. She don't really need him there to babysit, but to maintain that image that she puts across. She wants him there. And like I said, her haters, the PAHs as she calls them, they know that too. And guess what? I don't I don't put it past them. I don't put it past a rogue woman who is tired of Peach's mouth, who's not going to try to do anything criminal to her, right? They know how to get to her. They're going to go through her man. Anytime a woman doesn't, she says, well, when a woman wants to be you or when a woman wants what you have, she tries to come through your man. No, honey, when a woman does not like you, when a woman does not respect you, when a woman wants to put you in your place, she would checkmate you and show you what time it is with your man. And you've already let the whole world know that your man is easily had. It won't be hard to do. But she says she would still stick with him. You never know. You get the right woman in his face, and they could talk him out of being there with you and your kids. You've said already that he's done it before. He's left you holding the bag plenty of times before. So I would be careful. But anyway, that's enough of Peach. What do you guys think about this whole Nicki Minaj thing? Um, since Cardi B has stepped on the scene, Nicki Minaj has been in what is known as a hate train. Most of Nicki Minaj's fan base is LGBTQ, and I would say probably older people who have been riding with her since she came out in like 2010, so 15 years. And they probably would have been 18, 19, 20. Now they're 35 and up. Or probably even older, right? But Cardi B has a lot of black female fans. A lot of them do not like Nicki Minaj simply because they like Cardi B. So a lot of them have, uh, a lot of them turned on Nicki Minaj, whether she is doing what she's doing now or not. I mean, she's being known as crazy. They're saying things like she's on drugs. I don't know. I don't know. We all are Americans. Americans, say what you want about America, but we are in the freest country that there is. Real talk. Real talk. Wiz Khalifa just got 9 months. Um, where was that at? Is it Portugal? Somewhere like that. They gave him 9 months for having that Mary Jane, that sticky icky. So if he so happens to leave this country and he gets caught elsewhere, he can go to jail for 9 months in one of those prisons. But I don't think America would extradite him over there. They may, but I don't think so. So yeah, like I said, Americans, we enjoy a lot of freedoms, and everyone should have the freedom to express themselves and voice their opinions. And Nicki Minaj should be afforded that same right. I know many feel like, well, she's turning against black people. Why is she doing what she's doing? Donald Trump doesn't care about black people. Donald Trump doesn't care about the common man. But Nicki Minaj she's been saying a lot of good stuff about Donald Trump. She's been saying that he's great for America, and she feels like Americans now have a chance. Who knew that Nicki Minaj was a Republican? I never really heard her get into politics before, but she has been receiving a lot of backlash about that. And, for what it's worth, I just feel like it's not really worth your legacy. When did I get this on here? I'm going to Nicki. Nicki Minaj is on Twitter a lot, and she's trending right now. She's still trending. I don't know which number she's trending at. But yeah, she's trending. Has been since yesterday. She sat down for an interview with Charlie Kirk's wife. The man that was slain at while giving a speech. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Nicki. A lot of people think it's drugs. Some people think it's a mental health illness. I don't know. This is from some of the interview with Charlie Kirk's wife. Let me turn it up.
I didn't notice. I know that you are getting a lot of backlash from your own industry. What is your reaction to that? I didn't notice. Amen. I feel the same way. When people are like, what do you think about them? I'm like, I don't think about them. Bingo. We don't even think about them. We don't have time to. We're too busy building, right? Yeah, we're the cool kids. Okay. The other people, they're the ones who are still just disgruntled, but really they're just disgruntled with themselves. They are angry with themselves, you guys. So you can't wake up and think about somebody who is determined to just stay mad. I literally tell them, stay mad. Amen. Stay mad. Because we're going to stay joyful, and peaceful and iconic and smart. And we're going to stay thinkers. In a world that doesn't want us to think, we will think. By ourselves, on our own. We will continue to think.
And I have to say, I agree with that notion from Nicki Minaj. But I will say her demeanor seems a lot different from the last time she had an interview. Cardi B actually accuses Nicki Minaj of having schizophrenia. Says she was diagnosed with that a long time ago. I don't know if that's true. I don't want to put that jacket on somebody and it's not true. That's alleged. She didn't deny it, and she also accused her of being heavily sedated most of the time and a lot of different things. I didn't want to believe that about Nicki because I feel like Nicki was a smart woman. And like I said, the last interviews I saw of Nicki, the last tour she did, Nicki Minaj completed a world tour. That tour lasted from March of 2023, and then it ended July of 2023. And then Nicki Minaj did a second stint of that tour. So she started in March, went across the U.S., then went overseas and did a few dates overseas. I think with the exception of one date she had to reschedule, Nicki Minaj was at every show. And Nicki Minaj did her thing at every single show. And the tour sold out. Every night sold out. And to the point where she came back and did another 30-day jaunt in the US again. So for someone to be bipolar, schizophrenic, drug addicted, to be able to complete a tour, when we've seen others like Kanye, Britney Spears, Solange, Beyonce's sister has bowed out of a concert. Mariah Carey has had to bow out of a concert where they claimed exhaustion or whatever. They got sick or whatever. A tour of that caliber, those tours are those tours are no joke. You're up all night, you sleep all day, you're going from state to state, city to city, you're on the bus. Nicki had her son and her husband with her the entire tour. So she's having to cater to them, see about her family, and also do what she's doing on the road. Hey, Simply. Hey, Smooth. What's good with you guys? Long time no see, Smooth. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season. Merry Christmas. Glad you guys joined in. It's been a while since I've been live. When's the last time I've been live? I haven't been really wanting to go live since they demonetized me. I'm still waiting to see if I'm going to get monetized again, hopefully soon. I said I wasn't going to go live until I got the go ahead that I was monetized, but whatever. We don't do what we do for monetization. We do what we do for the platform. This is still a viable platform. I can still use this platform to promote myself, my services, and what I do. And I'm still going to do that. But so my whole thing is this. That was 2 years ago when Nicki was last on tour, right? And then we didn't hear a lot from her until Cardi came out with this album. They said that tour and that last album was really the Fake Me Out. What Nicki really wanted to do was go up against Cardi. She kept delaying that last album, Pink Friday Part 2. She kept delaying it because she wanted to go up against Cardi, but Cardi didn't never drop. Cardi still took another year and a half to drop. So Nicki is supposed to be dropping the real album in March. We'll see. She keeps announcing the date, but we haven't really heard anything else after that. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, what do you guys think about Nicki Minaj joining MAGA? What does she say? What does she say about Donald Trump? Let me see if I can go to the shade room so you guys can hear exactly what she said about the Trumpster and Nicki Minaj. I mean, come on now. I mean, you're a hip-hop legend. This doesn't look good for you. It doesn't. It doesn't.
The utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to, guys.
He did what? Girl, stop it. Wait a minute.
And your integrity intact. He's from Queens, New York, like me. So, but what it's shown me personally is sometimes, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it. I have the utmost, but you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly.
What? Girl.
Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on. You'll never understand what it feels
She's talking
like.
about
That person
President
is a
Trump.
human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not, and it's just not fair. But we won't be silenced ever again. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world. Amen. We won't be silent. They're young men. You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
Oh my God, she done lost her
And you
mind.
have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine.
Girl.
Yes, we did. You have to laugh about it, truly.
Did she perform? Girl. Well, they said since Nicki Minaj turned MAGA that MAGA has been buying up her albums. And you heard what she said about being lied on. I think Nicki Minaj feels like her black fan base has turned against her. And I feel like she feels like an outcast. And I think she feels like, you know what, MAGA accepts me. They accept me. So I'm going to show up where I'm accepted at. And, you know, when you're famous, when you're a celebrity, I think that means a lot to some people, even if that means that she is alienating her fan base, right? There are a lot of young people who are MAGAs. So she called him handsome. She done lost her doggone mind. Now, I took up for Nicki Minaj. Remember I said I thought Nicki Minaj was a better rapper than Cardi B. I still feel like Nicki Minaj is the better rapper. I feel like she's a better entertainer than Cardi B, but Nicki, you doing a bit much now. Come on now. Come on now. That's crazy. Why in the hell would you be up there talking about he's being lied on and that's horrible how he's being lied on? You know, I feel like this about Trump. Honestly, if Nicki Minaj is going to be on his side, he's going to acquiesce to Nicki Minaj. I feel like Trump cares about what people think of him. And I feel like if somebody is a celebrity and they have a lot of clout, and if they're on his team, I feel like he's going to pander to them, just like he did with Kim Kardashian. A lot of people talked about it, but when Kim Kardashian started getting people pardoned left and right, then they understood. They understood. Kim Kardashian was able to work with Trump and get a lot of people released from jail. Lil Wayne was able to get a pardon. Kodak Black was able to, did he get a pardon or something like that too from Trump? A lot of black people got pardons from Trump. So, like I said, if you are able to get in his ear, if you have a little fame, if he feels like you can get him a little clout, he'll do what you want him to do. You're officially done with her simply. A lot of people are saying that they was like, I can't defend this. They feel like she went she went too rogue. And I understand. I can't make sense of it. Like I said, she should. You know, that's why there should be a separation of church and state. That's why we shouldn't really argue religion or politics. People have a right to feel what they want to feel. However, when you are a Nicki Minaj, when you are as popular as you are, when you have as big of a fan base as you do, and you have millions of children, rap fans looking up to you, you have to be cautious of what you put out there, whether it's for or against a politician. I think really celebrities shouldn't even be in politics because they can weigh or sway a vote one way or another. And people may be just voting because their favorite celebrity said to vote a certain way. Now, if it's get out and vote, okay, cool. But it should be nonpartisan. I think back in the day, MTV used to have that Rock the Vote commercial. Do something like that. Get out and vote. It doesn't matter who you're going to vote for. Read the different propositions or whatever, the legislation. Make sure you familiarize yourself with it, educate yourself on what's available in all of the literature, and then pick the candidate that best suits your needs or who you feel would be best to lead the country or to make legislation and things for the country. I think that's what they should be promoting. Trump always rocked with black entertainers. It's not new. Been since the 80s. He doesn't need to pander. He's real. Well, you know, since he's been the president, it's been a lot different. It's been a lot different. And he's been more so, and we can disagree or whatever on this, but in my mind, before he became president, it didn't seem like he was pandering to a certain demographic. But once he became a president, that's exactly what it seemed like he did. However, whether we love him or hate him, and I think a lot of, just like with Peach McIntyre, right? With Peach McIntyre, she may be saying something real. She may be giving out something good, but the way she packages it, the way she talks to her audience, and the way she says different things, it's off-putting. And it makes people, the majority of people, not like her, right? She has a lot of people in her chat cheering her on. Same thing with Trump. He has a lot of people who support MAGA and who support his initiatives, but he also has a lot of people that don't. He has been, like I said, I said from the beginning that Trump is interested, to me, more so than anything, Trump is interested in being president. And I don't know if it's necessarily for the good of the country. I think that he enjoys being in that position of power. And anybody that's going to say good things about him and make him look good, I don't think he cares what color you are, just as long as you can have some, like you can weigh in and give your opinion about it. That's just how I feel about it. So yeah, but what do you guys think before I go? Thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you guys for all hitting the like button. And like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying the holidays. As am I with my girls. We're just pretty much chilling at the house. I did want to take the girls to Universal Studios. I just found out about the Grinch. I think it's pretty cool, but it's like a 3-hour wait to see him, number one. Number two, this weekend was like the last weekend. I don't know what the weather is going to be like after this week, but this weekend it would have been perfect for us to go. But my asthma's kind of acting up. And then my daughters were coughing and hacking like crazy. So it just wouldn't have been a good weekend for us to go. And this week we got rain, I think, starting to tomorrow all the way into Friday. So I'm excited about that. But we're just going to be hanging around the home front, cooking, making Toll House pies. I got gumbo on the agenda. You're going to see the lights tomorrow. Simply cool. I may go live if my daughter don't mind. Kids don't, yeah, they don't, my kids be like, please don't put me on there. Don't show my face. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome. Right. It never rains in Southern California. At least not where I'm at. Like we got that little rain. What was it? Was it in October? Yep, it was in October. And it was like a little spray. It rained like for 4 days. I was so sad when it went away. And then after that rain, it's been hot every day. Usually this time of year, it's like a cold crispness to the air. And right now it's so hot outside. It's unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it. Like Saturday and Sunday, where I sit at my desk, the sun was just beaming right down on me. I could not even sit right here. I need to get more blackout curtains, but whatevs. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this week. Whether it's snowing, whether it's rainy, whether it's warm, be careful and be safe out there, guys. There's going to be a Christmas rush the next couple of days with a lot of people out shopping and things like that. Like I was saying earlier, I had to go to Macy's. It was traffic everywhere. We Macy's is about 10 minutes from where I live at, and it took us forever to get everything we wanted and to get back home. So yeah, it was a lot. I highly don't recommend you go out if you don't have to. I have a number of packages. I told you guys, I think it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. It's only Monday, I forget. That I was finished with my Christmas shopping. I did the last little bit of online shopping on Friday, and whew, listen, my packages have been arriving on time. When stores use UPS, I hate it because UPS is iffy any time of the year, but especially during Christmas. But they've been using OnTrack. OnTrack has got my things here, and I was a little worried about them because I ordered a microwave or something like that. What did I order from OnTrack? I ordered something, and they just put it in somebody else's yard. Didn't even put it on their front door. They just set it in the yard. I was pissed. But this weekend, OnTrack came through in the clutch, and they delivered my stuff on time. FedEx, I have like 4 or 5 things coming tomorrow from FedEx. Walmart has been doing their big one. Everybody has got my stuff to me on time. So counting on you, FedEx, because I have a few more Christmas gifts coming. And once I get all of that, then I can just chill, wash my hair because my hair is so ill. So I'm going to wash my hair, do my hair, and just chill for the holidays. I'm not into Christmas and all that stuff anymore. My kids, I have them. So, I enjoy celebrating holidays with them and doing things with them. But I never really get into any holidays anymore. I don't know why that is, but I never get excited about it. When they were younger, it was a lot easier because they were into Santa Claus and I would take them to see Santa Claus. But I'm not into the holidays like that at all. It's just okay for my children. So, yes, love you guys. I really appreciate all of you guys for rocking with me. I wish my crock pot came before next week. I wanted to cook me a roast. It's not coming until next week. One thing I've been seeing a lot of is people are doing express shipping. So I think you had until Friday to order from different places, and they were going to get your stuff to you before Christmas. A lot of people are using express shipping. So I'm from Gen X, 49 years old. Trump always been the same dude decades before the internet and social media. I'm a black beard and from the 70s, 80s, 90s, where were haters in? Because he wasn't in politics then. Truth over emotions. He wasn't in politics then. So that's what changed the game. Once he became a politician, and then when you're a politician, you're not going to make everybody happy. You're just not. If you're catering to this group, then this other group is not going to like what you're doing, especially if you're Trump and you don't care how you say things. Trump says what he feels. Trump doesn't care if he's offensive. Trump will call somebody. What did he call somebody? He told them that they weren't smart. Did he call somebody fat? Trump is the anti-politician, because most politicians, they watch what they say, they watch their step, and even if they're signing a piece of legislation that says this, the whole time they're talking at people as though it's in their best interest, even if it's not. So Trump is going to tell you, look, I'm closing the damn border. I'm not letting nobody in. And he's going to mean that. I'm sending ICE out there and I'm sending y'all all back home. And he's going to try as hard as he can to do that. A lot of people have said a lot of different things. Or with Obama, they said he sent 2 million people back to Mexico. They said Obama sent a lot of people back to Mexico and deported a lot of people, but he didn't talk about it. He didn't get on the news and said, "Hey, I'm sending all these people back." He didn't do that. So, that's what makes it a lot different. Yeah, he had his businesses and things like that. And people largely looked at Trump as this multimillionaire, this conglomerate. I think now he says he's a billionaire, but people always looked at him as, you know, a symbol of wealth and something to aspire to in America. Him and Sean Diddy Combs were best friends. Well, I don't know about best friends. That's putting it a little bit too much out there. But they said Sean Combs would go to his office all the time and they would chum it up for hours. They were really close. Sean Combs used to do all of his freak offs, a lot of his freak offs in Trump Towers. You know, he didn't cage him. No, he didn't cage him. No, that's what he did not do. And like I said, a lot of it is optics. I think, and a lot of people, a lot of Americans don't realize how bad illegal immigration is for them. A lot of Black Americans don't understand how bad illegal immigration is for them. They do not understand it at all. They do not understand how poorly they have done. I can see it in I can see it in Southern California. I see the impact of illegal immigration. You see it. You see it. You see the displacement of Black Americans in Southern California. You see them in this leaving California because they could no longer afford to be housed here. When you have a bunch of illegal immigrants, what they're going to do is band together and they're going to pool their resources. So it makes it a lot different for them. Whereas Americans, we are not as apt to have, more than one family in the house, and we're not going to pool our resources. We're just going to live independently. So Trump said he might run president back in 1990 when Phil Donahue was still on, but folks today acting brand new because they're stupid. Well, we don't want to call people stupid because a lot of, I don't remember him saying that. I don't remember him saying he's going to run for president. The first time I heard him say he wanted to run for president was when Obama was in office, around the second term. He didn't like seeing Obama in office. He felt like Obama was the worst thing for America. And he said he wasn't a citizen, which was a lie. He had that whole birther movement, had everybody questioning, was Obama even a citizen of America? Obama was born in Hawaii, and he had that man having to show his birth certificate, all kinds of stuff. And to this day, Trump has still not showed his tax returns. He has not shown all his taxes. Every other president has, or most others have, and Trump hasn't. So, I don't want to do the back and forth debate over Trump. I was more so talking about Nicki Minaj and her losing her fan base and how people think about that. Because over here we don't really talk about politics, but if it bleeds over, it just does. But I respect everyone's opinions. But I don't want to, get too much further into that. But again, thank you all for tuning in. I've been on here almost 2 hours. You can tell I'm losing my voice. Like I said, my asthma's been acting up a lot too, guys, and it's hot and humid in here. I don't have my fan. But yeah, thank you. Oh, it's only 6:34. Why I feel like it's 10 o'clock at night. Ooh, child, let me go chill out. I think I'm going to go watch Reasonable Doubt. I've been trying to get through season 3. I've been baby watching it and not really watching it. Reasonable Doubt is the sheenit, okay? If you haven't gotten into Reasonable Doubt on Hulu, get you a piece of Hulu and get into Reasonable Doubt. It makes the city of LA look so sexy. The music on the show just, I love What is that woman's name? Hell, I don't even know the lawyer's name. That's a damn shame. What is her name? Ugh, I'll go find out. Stay hydrated. Yes, I've been trying to drink a lot more water because I realize I've been going crazy on those ninja slushies. I've been going crazy on the slushy and not drinking water. And I was so tired, so exhausted. And I started taking iron pills. But once I started drinking more water, I started coming back to life. And I said, girl, your ass was probably around here dehydrated, drinking all that damn sugar. So I started coming back to life once I started drinking more water. Hey, chocolate sunshine, what's good? I said, they're stupid. I'm watching everything the whole time. That's why I'm schooling people because I watched it in real time when we didn't have social media. And everybody's voice is important, truth over emotions. Um, everybody's, I said that at the top of the show or before I started talking about Nicki Minaj. As Americans, we have freedoms unheard of in other places. All human beings deserve the right to speak their mind and speak whatever their truth is and express themselves. And you shouldn't have to kowtow to anyone as long as what you're saying isn't violent or oppressive or it doesn't demean other people. I feel like you should be able to say, hey, this is how I feel. I don't like all the name calling stuff because I feel like you're a smart person, truth over emotions, and I feel like you should be able to speak and say what you feel without having to call people stupid. I love the show. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. It's so sexy. Like I'm telling you, get you a bottle of wine and watch season 1, 2, 3. Listen, watch it sparingly. Okay, if you haven't watched it before, watch it sparingly. I also watched All's Fair with Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, her face, she got so much Botox in her face, poor girl. But but I don't think she had any expressions. But I think she did pretty good on the show. She didn't do horribly. She did pretty good on the show. And I think it's kind of because Kim is really playing up to who she is, sexy, well dressed, rich. So, businesswoman, even though she's a lawyer on there. And plus, she's going to law school right now to become a lawyer in real life. So, Niecy Nash is also on that show. Glenn Close, who I feel is the epitome of fine acting. I love Glenn Close ever since Fatal Attraction. So I think the ladies do a doggone good job on there. It's a little salacious. It's a little, okay, this is over the top, but I like the show. I think they did a great, Ryan Murphy and all of them did a good job with the show. I like that show, but I like Reasonable Doubt better. And I had seen a lot of people discussing Reasonable Doubt on social media, but I never watched it until because I didn't have Hulu. I didn't have Hulu, but Hulu around Black Friday they had this deal where you got Hulu, you got Disney Plus, and you get HBO Max for $33 a month. So I was like, you know what? And you get no ads. So no ads. I was sold. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna get Hulu again. So now I have Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, Amazon. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I've been watching TV lately. I don't watch TV for the most part. For the most part, I'm either working on my content stuff, on my affiliate marketing, or on my book stuff, my social media stuff, my business stuff. Or I'm wrangling my kids from one event to the other, school, cooking. I do 1,000 things in a day. And one of them is not watching TV. I don't have a lot of time to watch TV. So, yeah, I'm telling the younger people who don't know or were around before the 90s, all the youngsters know is social media and smartphones today. They don't even know pagers era. And I thank you for adding that truth over emotions. I think when we stifle people's voice, I think when we refuse to hear others' voices because And I'm not saying this about you, so don't get started. I'm saying when we don't hear people, then they get radical and they get extremist. I want to hear people over here. I don't want anybody to feel like they can't talk or be heard over here, even if I disagree with you. That's why I don't mind trolls coming over here sometimes. I made friends of trolls. I have. And not saying you're a troll, truth over emotions. I feel like you just feel strongly about your opinions. And I'm a person that I don't care if everybody in the room disagrees with me. I stick to what I feel and what I say because I feel like my opinion is not just based on emotion, it's based on lived experience. It's based on a world view. I don't look at things like, well, my mom did this or, well, my friend did this. I'm looking at life from the perspective of studies being done, of from reading lots of articles, from studying and researching. I'm college educated. I don't just look at life one way. I'm going to look at it from your side, their side, my side, and then come up with a well rounded opinion. So, and if people don't like what I say or whatever, then, whatever, but at least be able to engage in civilized banter with me and be able to say, hey, oh, well, this is the way I feel. We'll go back and forth, agree to disagree, or whatever. And I really love it. I absolutely love it when somebody can change my mind because I'm very dogmatic with my approach to life. If I say something, I usually can stand on what I said. And it's very rare that somebody could get me to change my mind on that. I just have to be humbled in some other way. Absolutely, simply, absolutely. Yes, we do have to stop putting celebrities on pedestals because they're all human, just like we are. And we all are flawed. We all make mistakes. You know what I mean? And sometimes we will get it wrong. But sometimes just because, again, sometimes we may be light years ahead of the rest of society, you know. But should we shut up because of that? Look at Kanye West. A lot of people wanted him to shut up because he got, you know, I feel like his bipolar was getting a little out of control, but I feel like he was also saying a lot of right too. But he was just saying a whole lot. When he said that slavery was a choice, a lot of people got so mad at him. A lot of people got so mad at him. But everybody didn't make that choice to stay enslaved. Some people jumped off that ship before they got here because they refused to be enslaved. Some people escaped because they refused to be enslaved. Some people did a lot of drastic things because they refused to be enslaved. But some people even fought to keep slavery. So, you know what I'm saying? And I think Charlie Kirk, he said that, and this made a lot of sense, and a lot of people were opposed to his views, but he said that to tell black kids that the deck is stacked against them is so wrong. He said, because what you're teaching them is that they don't have a chance. But if you teach them that in spite of life's adversities, if they work hard and they push past it and persevere, they can be anything they want to be. He said that's what we should be telling them. And that is. And that just made me really think as a mom as to what, because a lot of times I'll be like, oh, this or that. But that's a lack of understanding, and we can't really even lean on our own understanding sometimes. Like, sometimes I have this approach, like I said, based on my experiences and what I see other people experiences, and I hold that as true. But I'm a Christian, so I can't even do that, right? I can't have doubts about life and doubts about people based on my experiences because I believe in something supernatural. So I can't look at life as what it is all the time on a human level or from a worldly view. I have to look at it supernaturally, like, you know what, in spite of this, God still is. God can still change this. God can still let this happen. So, you know what I mean? We can't act like the world just started after y'all youngsters bought an iPhone in 2013. I'm a student software engineer. Well, I'm not a youngster, baby. My uncle was a software engineer. He used to work for Hewlett Packard before he passed away. He was the first black engineer at the Department of Water and Power. Good night, Simply. Thanks for tuning in. You got it, Simply. I think your voice is so sensual, too, by the way. I've been meaning to tell you that, Simply. I love your voice, and you're so beautiful. I think that you are perfect to go live. So I hope you just, get into it a little bit more and move past whatever reservations you have. I think you're going to do excellent at it. I'll try to catch you next time when you're live. I was just stating all the past matters and all we previously accomplished and learn from our elders, which the youth don't care about today. They don't. They don't. They'll tell you too. They don't care. They don't care about a lot of what we endure before them. They don't know. And I will tell you that they don't know what it is to fight for the rights that they have today because they weren't there and they weren't a part of it. They don't know that their rights, that the rights that they enjoy today, that somebody had to fight for those. Somebody had to get out and vote for them. Somebody had to get out and go through a lot for them to get there. So it's easy for them to say what they would do and what they wouldn't have done because they weren't there and they didn't have to go through it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, good night, everybody. Good night, everyone. I'm laughing at you, Simply saying Kanye hasn't been right since his mom passed. Good night, everyone. I love you guys. Merry Christmas to you all if I don't get back online. And I will, since I am home and since it is raining for 4 days, I'll be baking pies and cooking and enjoying the rain and enjoying my babies and bringing in Christmas. You guys have a blessed evening. God bless you all.